Hello, I'm still on Divine Feminine, but I had three articles. I only did one article. That took so long, it's still uploading. But I'm gonna go into Divine Feminine again. The Divine Feminine is energy, which means she can't be seen or heard, but she can be felt. She is the feminine that exists in all living beings on earth, including the ocean, moon, and trees. She is sometimes known as Yin Energy, Shakti, Kali, or Gaia. So that is divine feminine. She was has she's in everything. Everything that is the earth, the moon, the sun, the stars, the ocean. What is the meaning of divine feminine? Divine feminine is a spiritual concept that there exists a feminine counterpart to the masculine, and worship cultures that have long dominated organized religions. So it's always like we as a people, as a whole, as a human being, we have both energies, masculine and feminine energy. For you to be divine feminine, you have to find yourself. You have to know yourself. So I'm going to go into the first article is MBG Mindfulness. That's mindbodygreen.com. And the article the article is 9 ways to connect to the divine feminine and why you want to, by Sarah Regan. The link is going to be in the description box because it's an article. It always has several points on there. I'm going to try not to make this one too long because the other one I did before this one was an hour long, almost an hour long, and it gave a lot of information about the divine feminine. And I'm not gonna relate. I'm not gonna relate to it. But this is a different article. 9 ways to connect to the divine feminine by Mind Body Green. It was written March 22nd of 2022. Our editors have independently chosen the products listed on this page. If you purchase something mentioned in this article, they earn a small commission. So it is like when you click on the link is going to go into the article directly. The article has a whole bunch of other stuff that you can click on to, like if you want more information. But I'm going to just go in. I'm going to go into the article. So, divine masculine and feminine energy exist in all things, including people and in a world dominated by masculine energy. More and more people today are looking to tap into the divine feminine. Here's what the divine feminine archetype is all about, plus how to embody it to bring balance into your life. In this article, they talk about divine feminine versus divine masculine. It's no we're the same. We're the same people. We embody both energies. You just have to find a balance to it. But I'll go into it here. How the divine feminine relates to the divine masculine. Divine feminine and divine masculine can't exist without each other. So it's like you need each other. You both complete each other. This means that despite our cultural associations of masculine and feminine with men and women, respectively, we all have both energies within us. They just might not be evenly balanced. You know, some people might be a little too feminine, too masculine, too here it goes, too much masculine, and we get aggression and domination. Too much feminine, we get disempowerment and stagnation. Disempowerment, that means that you're not empowered. You don't feel good about yourself, like, and you're stagnant, like you don't move forward, like you're just slow with everything. Everyone has both the feminine and masculine qualities. It's not about what sex you are, explains intuitive counselor and sacred space designer. She adds that the place where these two sit in balance is a sweet spot that we should strive for in our day to day life. The energy of the feminine embodies the nurturer, the healer, the compassionate, the, the peacemaker, while the masculine energy is focused on doing and achieving. Says spiritual author of self-love empowerment, Shannon Kaiser. They're meant to complement and support each other. They are the yin and yang. You can't be complete. You need each other. Qualities of the divine feminine. The qualities of the divine feminine can be seen throughout many religious and spiritual traditions in form of goddesses and powerful feminine figures such as Shakti in Hinduism, Venus in Roman mythology. The divine feminine is soft but fierce when necessary, loving and supportive, as Kaiser notes. It's a paradigm of universal motherhood. Again, don't let the word mother throw you off. Everyone can access their inner divine feminine regardless of gender through honoring the sacred feminine. She says we find natural access to the spiritual qualities like receptivity, patience, and ability to listen and care for all of life. So you have to be caring, nurturing, all these things. Divine feminine. So some qualities of the divine feminine, they listed them here. They listed 12. So intuitive, one is intuitive. Two, you're heart centered. Everything is out of love. You're compassionate, you're wise, you're accepting, you're forgiving, you're collaborative. That means that you can work together. Reflective. Reflective. That means that you think about things and you reflect on it, on what happened, or you think about it, you reflect on it. You're creative, you're sensual, you're kind, and you're gentle. Those are qualities of the divine feminine. 9 ways to connect to your divine feminine. We very much live in an action-oriented society which tends to veer more into divine masculine territory. Connecting to the divine feminine within is all about slowing down and being rather than doing. So it's instead of going fast and trying to get things done, it's like slowing down and be like be. It's also about embodying those aforementioned qualities like compassion and intuition. Here's how you can start tapping into this energy in your everyday life. Reclaim rest. Let me see how many they list. 3. So, and then this is the same like in the last article that I read. For you to tap into your divine feminine, you just have to rest your mind. You have to know yourself. But we'll list them here. 1 is reclaim rest. We're fueled by a get more done mindset and constantly on a mission to achieve more, do more, get more. To resist this temptation, try to allow yourself to simply be and do virtually nothing. Yes, nothing. In the power of the pause, we can tap into divine grace of the feminine, she notes. Try sitting in silence for just 5 minutes. No music or distractions. Just allowing yourself a moment of rest. That was 1. So that is reclaim rest. Like just stop. Just stop everything and just reclaim yourself. Like can you do that? Can you sit for 5 minutes and not do anything and just be at peace with yourself? Let's see. Number 2, embrace your sensuality. Kilkenny notes, that's probably an author or someone, notes that divine feminine energy embraces all things sensual, not necessarily to be confused with sexuality. Sensuality is all about physical pleasure, whether it's in the form of self-care, texture, pleasing sights, etc. It's tactile, and we can embrace it by getting in touch with the feeling side of things. Light a favorite candle, cook a favorite meal, and let the smells and tastes develop your senses. So that's like self-care. Embrace your sensuality. That's like loving yourself, embracing yourself. Number 3 is journal, reflection. That's thinking, reflecting on things. Reflection and going and going within And going within is a big part of divine feminine energy. So going inside and journaling, like just writing things down. What are you want? What are your wants? What are your goals? What are you grateful for? How is your day? Like just write it down. It's a nice way to take time to reflect and tap into your feminine energy. It involves writing 3 pages without stopping every morning. This practice can help you look within while tapping into your creativity, another quality of the divine feminine. Julia Cameron's beloved morning messages. It's a technique which involves writing. It's just straight writing 3 pages without stopping. That's how you can tap in. Practice self-love. That's like loving yourself, caring about yourself. According to Fraser, that's another doctor, the ultimate way to embrace the divine feminine is to practice self-love. And that means loving yourself as you are, not as you think you should be. One of the biggest components of self-love is self-compassion, and compassion is the love language of the sacred feminine. Try looking in the mirror and saying, I'm willing to activate the divine light within me. Further practice, seeing yourself in the eyes of source energy, God, the divine, etc., which is one of the best ways to live in the energy of the sacred feminine. You have to know and learn how to love yourself. It takes time. I used to hate this mode. I used to try to remove it. I was like, this is a blackhead. And I would try to pop it. Can't pop it. It's a permanent mole. It's a life mole. But I hated it. I always hated it. I had to love myself and accept myself for everything, with my flaws, with everything. And I have accepted my mole. I can't change it. It will never go away. And that's okay, you know? I'm talking too much, right? Let me go back to what happened. Which is one of the best ways to live energy in the sacred feminine. It's to love yourself. Practice self-love. Accept yourself as you are. I will never be skinny. I had to accept myself, love myself. And, you know, I love myself. I can finally say that. I love myself. Everything about myself. Get in touch with your dreams. Interpreting your dreams can be a great way to get in touch with your divine feminine because, again, it means a reflection on your inner world. Dreams have a lot of symbolism that can connect with synchronicities and other things coming up in your life. Kilkenny explains, noticing that, being aware of that, and being present enough to connect to the falls into the category of the divine feminine. Because they say your dreams, they have meaning into your real life. Like whatever's going on in your life, your dreams, there's a connection there. So you have to decipher your dreams. Google your dreams. I Google everything. Google it. See what it means. Incorporate more yin energy in your space. Kilkenny was classically trained in feng shui. Feng shui is a technique. Let me see if they talk about it here. Before becoming a sacred space designer, and notes that simply incorporating more yin or feminine energy into your space is one easy way to get the divine feminine energy flowing. Yin in the home is very soothing. So Kilkenny suggests prioritizing lighting colors and textures that support a calming environment. Like, okay, incorporate more yin energy into your space. I guess your living space or your desk at work. You want it more calming, more easy. This is for the feminine energy, divine feminine. Prioritize me time. Like, spend time for yourself. Everyone needs time to reconnect to themselves, Fraser explains, which is why she has a practice that she likes to call Me Matters time. This is a time to reconnect with your inner self be it through a morning prayer, a meditation, an afternoon nap, or watching the sunset. Treat this time as a sacred space for you to honor your own divine light, she says. Don't cancel on yourself to do the laundry or more work. Carve this time out of the day. So it's like just take a little time out for yourself. That's your me time. And tapping into your intuition. Your intuition is a big thing. We're all familiar with the idea of a mother's intuition, with intuition being strongly connected to the divine feminine. Tapping into this intuition is a great way to connect to your own feminine energy by going within, tuning in, and seeing where you're at. Kilkenny explains it's about getting quiet with yourself and not going outward for information, but rather receiving it from within. Tapping into your intuition. So it's like you don't have to sit there and ask all your friends, or what should I do? Or you don't have to go to a spiritualist to figure out what you need to do. You need to go within yourself. Take time within yourself. Quiet your mind and think, and you will find your answers. That's your intuition. Because most people don't have your best interests at heart, and they will lead you the wrong way. So going within is tapping into your intuition. Ask yourself, trust your intuition. It is never wrong, it's always right. But we don't listen to it. You got to tap into it so things can start going smoothly for you. Go within before acting. So this is going within yourself. It's like trust yourself. Believe in yourself. Believe in, like your mind, your everything. You matter. Like everything that is you matters. And you have to trust yourself, believe in yourself, go within before acting, before doing something stupid and crazy. Go within and see if this is the right thing to do. Finally, if you're looking to incorporate more of the divine feminine into your life, Kilkenny says another good way to do so is to get in the habit of going within before taking outward action. If you're thinking about how you want to handle something in life, you can either grab the bull by its horn, which could be masculine, or it could be more about intuitive listening and going inside first for an answer before turning it into action, she says. So instead of just taking action, like go within first so that you can find a better approach to things. The ever important role of the divine feminine. These days, the divine masculine seems to be dominating many industries. With that said, here are a few areas where it's important that the divine feminine is included and in balance. In climate change, in spirituality, in business. And here's a ritual for embracing the divine feminine within. I'm going to read the ritual. Let's see what that is. Because it did say, like, the little in businesses and spirituality, climate change. Those are paragraphs. I did not go into that. I am going to include links in the description box. You can find this full article. Once you click on the link, it'll take you straight into this article because it does have a lot of information. I don't want to make this too long. It's long, 18 minutes in. But I'ma just finish it. A ritual for embracing the divine feminine within. One of the simplest rituals for connecting with the divine feminine is to spend time in nature. We can instantly connect with the sacred feminine energy by spending time with Mother Earth. That's Mother Gaia. That's Kali. Kreiser tells, in nature, the feminine creative energy runs wild. Its physical beauty is visible. Grounding, you have to ground yourself, aka earthing. Earthing is one of the most transformational tools for awakening to your inner light. All you have to do is walk barefoot on the earth. Even 5 minutes of fresh air or a short walk barefoot in the grass can be enough soul food to awaken your divine feminine within. She says, I do that. I go to the park. And I take my shoes off, take my socks off, and I walk in the grass. Or I'll just sit there with my feet in the grass. Like, I just like to do that. Everyone could be playing and doing stuff, and I'm sitting there with my shoes off on the grass. But it's okay. I'm grounding myself. The bottom line: the divine masculine and divine feminine are archetypical representations of energies we have within us. The key is to find the balance between them, especially in our action oriented world. Many of us would benefit from tapping into our own divine feminine power on a regular basis. So it's like, it's an energy. It's an energy, and you have to tap into the energy because all of us have masculine and feminine energy. And all you got to do is tap in. So thanks for clicking on my video, and the links, all the information will be in the description box. Leave with love. Thanks for watching, and have a good day.